Welcome to Rail's Steakhouse, How It's Made. This series will give you insight as to how some of Rail's signature dishes and cocktails are made. The construction episodes will show you the creation process of Rail's Steakhouse and its beautiful art and features. This episode will show you how the wine cave at Rail's Steakhouse was made. We were inspired to create the Cave at Rail's during a trip to the caves at Gibbston Valley Winery in New Zealand. Shortly after our return, we began fabricating the skeleton that formed the walls and ceiling of our wine cave. The ribs that created the arched ceilings were made of heavy-gauge rebar that was hand-bent and welded in place. Lighter-gauge steel was used to form the features, such as the boulder, shelves, and candle niches. The labor was tedious, with over 9,000 metal ties hand-twisted to hold the skeleton together. Once the general form was sculpted, metal mesh with fiber backing and lighter-gauge steel cross supports were installed. In all, over 1 mile of steel was used in constructing the wine cave at Rail's Steakhouse. It took meticulous preparation to ensure that the skeleton of steel and wire mesh could withstand the application of tons of concrete. The space was now ready to be covered in concrete. Incredibly, our skilled masons shot the entire cave within just 1 day. The concrete shot out of the nozzle hardens within minutes, depending on how much accelerator is incorporated into the mix. Think of the process of building a swimming pool, except upside down. Due to the chemical reaction caused when concrete cures, the temperature of the cave reached upwards of 110 degrees. A team of workers followed the nozzleman to smooth, sculpt, and uncover all the lighting boxes and utility openings. Once the cement cured, it was stained to simulate the Earth's natural striations. When you visit, see if you can find some of the fossils and hieroglyphics in the walls, and try to locate and decipher the secret code hidden somewhere within the cave. Here you can see how the skeleton was transformed with some before and after transitions. All the trim, hardware, lighting fixtures, and furniture was custom-made, utilizing materials found locally. The work was done by local artisan craftsmen. The king's table was fabricated with rough-sawn timbers, burnt and distressed to simulate centuries of use. To explore the cave, you must first try and find the secret entrance. Once inside, you will be delighted to find that this space at Rail's is unlike any cave you have been in before. The wine cave at Rail's is comfortable, warm, and inviting. The fine wine and good food at Rail's adds to the warmth of any event. So on your next visit, ask for a private tour and try to figure out for yourself how to gain access through the secret wall that opens to a tunnel that brings you to the wine cave at Rail's. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Rail's, How It's Made, and welcome you to host your next private party at the wine cave at Rail's. Escape from the ordinary and experience the extraordinary.